all the powers in the cylinders when you do an engine. It's one thing knowing about the compression ratio or getting more compression. Well, what's very important is a good valve job, a good porting job, a nice clean surface, a nice clean chamber, and this is what makes power.
Welcome back to Nick's Garage. Summer vacation is over, and there are projects waiting for Nick's attention in the shop. In the last few days, Nick and his A-team have been deep in Theo's Roadrunner, bringing it back to glory. The car came with a long list of things that will need putting right before Nick's ready to wrap this one up and send it to Theo all the way in Australia.
All right, welcome to Nick's Garage. I just came back from vacation, which was 3 weeks, which is pretty long when you're missing from the shop for 3 weeks. So I got to get going on it because, we were closed for 3 weeks and nothing was done, and I want to do some work on the Roadrunner. This is my next project I want to get done on it. I'm working on the engine, but in the meantime, I just wanted to show you guys. I've got the frame connectors, which are going to be welded to the floor pan, which they're trying to be hidden as high as possible so you don't see it once they're installed. So I've got the Roadrunner, so we've stripped the interior. We want to weld these on, so you don't want to burn the carpet or anything. So we took off the seats, the carpet. Then after these are welded in place, we're going to paint in black, just like the whole rear bottom of the car is. And then we're going to put the insulation on the floor pan, carpet, seats, and all. And at the same time, I got Robert doing the air conditioning on the car. So we've got quite a few things: glove box, dashboard, vents, and so forth. But in the meantime, I just want to show you, because I am building him a 3.3 stroker with a 440 crankshaft, which is going to come out to a 426 cubic inch. Right now, I'm working on a set of cylinder heads or 452 castings. Right here, let's go in my engine room, and I'll show you what I got. Here is the matching motor 3D3. It's overboard, 40 overboard, flat top pistons. It is a matching motor. I've got a 440 crank in it, which equals a 426 cubic inch with a 440 crankshaft. Flat tops, and we got up to a 10.1 compression ratio. And I'm also working on a set of cylinder heads right here, cast iron, factory late model, 1977-78 series, which is a 452 casting, which are unleaded seats, which in other words, you could use unleaded fuel. So we had them also ported out. I've got all new manly valves to put in them, which are right here. Got all nice performance valves to put in. I also got a nice little Voodoo cam, which is from Lunati, which is a flat tap hydraulic cam, which I'm putting in. I'm looking for over maybe close to 425 horsepower or so. And we are also installing a 6-pack on this. So it's going to be a genuine looking motor, and we just wanted to make good power and good torque. So I've got to get going on it because I've got my valves, I've got my springs, I got my seals, got my shims, and I'm looking for 130 pounds seat pressure and about 300 pounds open pressure to make this cam work with this setup. So before I put on the dyno, I got to assemble it, make sure it all goes good. I've got the carburetors in stock, I got the intake manifold in stock, and I got my cam installed, pistons installed, short block is ready with an aluminum water pump housing, and now I got to work on the cylinder head. So I'm going to start putting together my valves, my valve seals, my shims, valve springs, retainers, and locks. Then after that, once those are assembled, we're going to put them on the cylinder block. All right, so we've got the cylinder heads here. Just wanted to show you a modification we do all the time on every engine build. First of all the seals that come from these old engines that I work with in the era of 60s and 70s, they got umbrella seals like this, which is just a rubber seal. But today's cars, I machined the valve guide and I put on Vitin seals right here. These are Vitin seals. These are ones that last longer and they consume less oil. They lubricate the valve guide and they do a perfect job. So this is what we do on every engine build we have here. So these umbrellas, the old style, we do not use them anymore. And also, I've also got new valves from Manley, nice polished valves, intake, exhaust. These are 208, these are 174, I'm talking about diameters. These are brand new valves from Manley, the high performance valves. which are made for the 440 3D3B engine, RB engine, which is what we've got here. So I've got a set of 452 castings. I'm not using the factory 906 castings because they're not hardened seats for the unleaded fuel. So this is what I've got a set here is a 452. I got all brand new valves, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to lubricate them all one by one and put them in. Also, what's very important, I got a new set of valve springs right here. Also with Lunati, they come with the camshaft, but you need the spring height. So, but the thing is, the most important thing is to get the spring height. You adjust it by putting shims on the cylinder heads like so. So I had it measured, but I'm off by 15 thou. So I gotta add 15 thou to these shims to get the spring pressure I want, which is roughly 130 spring pressure at seat pressure, 130, and roughly about 300 open pressure, which is about 500 lift. So here it is. I've got these shims in place, but I need to add 15 thou per valve, like so. Right here. So I'm gonna get 16 of these, which is only 15 thou. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so let's put these on the side. I just want to get the pressure I want, which is very important. It's a flat top and hydraulic cam, so I don't want to go more than 130 psi pressure per square inch on a closed valve. So this is what I need. This is exactly what I'm going to work with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So let me just add this right now on one cylinder head so I can start assembling them. So we got a factory retainers. I got demanding valves. So I'm using cam locks, super locks right here. I shouldn't call them super locks, heavy duty locks as you say. I'm going to use these. So the retainers are going to be factory retainers. I'm going with the same retainers. But besides that, everything's changed on the cylinder head. So let me just put this in place right now. There we go. I put grease in there on these shims. You know why? It keeps it in place for me while I'm doing the job installing the valve springs. Like I said, the most important things when it comes to installing valve springs is the pressure. Because if you have a low tension or low spring pressure at high RPM, you're going to have valve floating, so you're going to have misfire on the higher RPM. So putting it on the dyno, we're going to see this, and we're going to find out. So let me put these heads together, and we'll take it from there. Just adding 15 thou to get to the pressure I'm looking for, which is very simple. So I'm putting the thinner shim under the thicker 60 thou shim because I want to get the spring height I need exactly with the spring pressure. You know, every cylinder head varies, so you know what? The most important thing is you know, you don't want to add too many shims because if you have too many shims, then you're gonna have coil bind. Coil bind is when the spring gets compressed and all the coils they touch each other, then you're gonna break the spring. But in this case, I'm very safe because I just did all my measurements, so it should be fine. This one. Now after I install them, I'm sure I'm gonna have the right spring pressure I want. Okay, there we go. So now we've got the valves in place. We got the seals in place. I put the shims I need to get my 130 PSI, or should I say 130 pounds of, I've got like 125 to 130 pounds of pressure on the seat closed valve, and they're roughly about 300 open valve at 500 lift. So I made all that measurement, and right now let's start installing them together. And here we go. I've got one head with the valves in place. I'm going to show you the other one, just bare how I start from scratch. Okay, here we go. Take the retainers, there's the springs. Got all the other retainers right here. The two 4, 6, 8. There we go. All right. And now we got to put them together with a valve spring compressor, like so. This goes over here. You adjust it. It's not the best tool I got. It's kind of worn out. It's time for me to buy a new one. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it off. Let's get it installed like so. I'll show you right now. Like this. Like so. Then you put your keeper on the other half. One here and one there. Then you let it go slowly. And there you have it. There's one. And so forth. So now we're going to continue with the rest. And you know, I didn't put a radical camshaft on this because we want to go with power brakes. The car is equipped with power brakes. We do not want to install a vacuum pump, so we want to keep it simple. We're trying to make some good horsepower, good torque with a 6-pack. It is a convertible. It's going to be a family car, it's going to be a cruiser, but we want to make some power out of it. And of course, we put a little bit of a tricky cam, and hopefully we have enough vacuum for power brakes, which I presume we will have. And by the way, these are factory sizes. The intake valve is a 208, exhaust valve is a 1.74. So these are factory sizes. I also wanted to mention that these heads are ported. Not crazy ported, but nice porting work done on them. You know, because they're kind of rough from the factory, so we did some port work on them, which is all in the bowl area, like so. You see? So we're trying to gain some horsepower too on this also. So we did some port work on cast iron heads, which is time consuming, but we've done that also. And let's continue with this. You know, there's a lot of pieces putting cylinder heads together. You got to do the valve job. I've just got a machine that I bought in my, I've got in my shop that grinds the seats. Got multiple angles. If you guys take a good look over here, you'll see the multiple angles. It's got 4 or 5 angles in there with the seat 45 degree. Did some. We also did the valve guides on that. So this set should be good. And not only that, it's gonna look factory also. And on top of that, we're using air conditioning on the car. We are also installing AC, air conditioning. After all, it is hot in Australia. And like Theo, the owner of the car, wants wants good power, he wants frame connectors, he wants air conditioning. I've also removed a lot of this chrome for the windows, front vent glass, which I want to take a second right here now, and I'll show you guys in a second. And, you know, this is not the best tool for installing valve springs, but you know what? I got to do with what I got right now. Okay. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to show you guys how much work is involved. You know, car comes in, we're doing a motor job, we're doing frame connectors. I just want to also want to show you that the chrome is fitted on the front windows, on the front doors, which I've taken it all off with Robert and Manny the other day. So we're going to send them out to get them polished and re-chromed. This also belongs to the Roadrunner. I also got the rear bumper guards, which we're going to install later on. I've got his glass here. I got to get them cleaned out. And I'm trying to find a tinted glass from the factory. They don't make them for a convertible, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of tint on this to make it look good. So I've got quite a bit of work on this one. And by the way, you know, taking a 3-week vacation, just wanted to bring it up. I found a Corvette on the island of Paros, which is something unique. You don't see that very often. You might see a Corvette in Athens, but on the mainland, maybe. You might see a few muscle cars there. But on the island of Paros, that was rare. On a beach party place where you go and, you know, have go on the beach, go tan, maybe read a newspaper, enjoy yourself, music, have a drink, have good food. And what I was looking at, let me tell you, what my eyes were, maybe not on the party, not on the beach, but looking on somebody's container to see what it's got on it. And I had my phone with me, so I had a little video made, so for a little footage for you guys to see. So take care and watch it and enjoy.
While he was in the Greek islands, Nick and his family spent time at the beautiful Paradiso Resort on Marcello Beach. The owner made them feel like family and always saved Nick the best spot on the beach. But even surrounded by all this incredible natural beauty of Greece, Nick managed to sniff out the place where the old cars are being kept.
All right, here we are, another day on the beach of Marcello here on the island of Paros, Greece. You know, I've been visiting here every summer, and it's a beautiful island. And on the Marcello beach here we come pretty often. But what concerns me is there's a container in the back of the parking lot. But apparently the owner, Philippos, has told me that he's got an 82 Corvette crossfire injection in there. You know what, later on he's going to take me for a tour there and take a look. But in the meantime, you know, that's a rare find. Not a barn find, but a beach find. Now that's very, very unrare. Or should I say very rare to see. And then we got Philippos here who just got the keys to the container. Anyways. Look at that. A pink bike. Never seen that before. Okay.
So,
here we go.
you are more specialized on that.
Let's take a look at this
I
bike.
will reveal and you are explaining, okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Philippos. This is a Honda 175. It's practically brand new. Nice. And you guys, do you drive them? Do you ride them? What do you
Yeah,
do?
during the winter time we use it.
During the winter time, eh?
Yeah.
It's too hot for the summer.
Yeah, no, it's okay also for the summer, but there's too many people right now in Paros, and so we avoid to.
Okay. And I see you got a mini bike, you got a pink scooter.
This is the pink Vespa.
Vespa?
Limited edition, yeah, original color.
Original color.
Yeah, but needs some refurbishment.
Okay.
So, let's go to that
This is something,
little car.
this is the guys who like imports. I believe this is a Toyota.
Oh, you remember something?
I remember something, I remember, and I know this one has you guys had it fully restored.
Exactly.
It's a Toyota Crown, Corolla,
SL.
rear wheel drive.
Rear wheel driving, yeah.
What year?
And I believe it's 1967.
1967.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an
Let me
oldie.
show you.
67. This is a carburetor. No way, this is fuel injection. That's for
Over
sure.
here.
Okay, there it is. Okay, no fuel injection over here. That's for sure. Wow, this is custom work. That's for sure. Who did this work?
Me with my father-in-law.
No way. Great stuff. So you're a hands-on guy.
We don't know what to do during winter time. That's why we're.
So this is what you do during the winter months?
Yeah, to spend our time.
Okay, so you work on these toys. Nice.
In the interior, full leather bucket seats.
Look at that. This is all custom interior. I can see that. Wow, this must be a nice to drive car. This must be nice to drive. Wow.
Now, sir, let's go to the American Beauty.
And now, that's what we came here for.
Exactly.
Here it is.
Some people don't believe you that this car exists in Greece, in Paros.
What is this car doing in Paros, Greece? I can't believe this. This is a rare find. On the island of Paros, which I found out about it last year. I don't want to call it a barn find because this is a beach find. And here it is in storage in a container. And I'm sure Philippos takes care of all these cars, and I believe this is an 82 Vet. And it's a Crossfire. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, sir.
Nice, nice. Silver interior, silver car. There it is. Crossfire fuel injection. Didn't make too many of these, let me tell you. This is nice. So you get to drive this car in Paros?
Yes, we do.
We do,
drive
eh?
it, yeah, but every weekend, most of the time, we're
Yeah.
driving that.
This is for the weekends, of course.
Everybody's getting crazy when they see this beauty in the road.
Of course.
Everybody wants tells me to stop and make take some photo. They want to go into the driver's seat in order to pretend that they're driving, you know.
Okay.
Everybody's crazy about that.
And I'm sure this is the only Corvette on the island of Paros. I'm very sure of that.
I think it's other two in Greece, not only in Paros.
Okay.
All around Greece, I think there are only three.
Yeah, these cars are rare in Greece, period. It is. This is cool, man. I never expected this to be in a container on Marcello Beach. That's for sure. Very nice, Philippos. Very nice.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nikos.
Very nice.
I'm happy that you're happy.
Philippos, I have to say very big thank you. I want to show this to my viewers on YouTube or on Instagram.
And they are welcome anytime they want to come in Palos.
That's right, you guys want to come to Palos, come to Marcello Beach and enjoy yourselves.
Exactly.
And if the container's here, maybe Philip Siri will show you the car. 1982 Corvette Crossfire. Wow. Philippos, thank you very much. I'm just gonna head back to the beach, see my family.
Thank you. Go over.
Okay, thank you. I just can't believe it. We got a silver Corvette, a silver Corolla, very rare, overhauled by Philippos. He's done all the work by himself, so you can see he's a hands-on guy. And a Vespa in pink. I've never seen this. This is cool. This is cool. All right. And of course, when I was in Greece in 1972, this is the same bike I rode on. It was a Honda 175, just like this one here. Nice. This is something unique. Check it out, you guys. We're in the middle of the beach in the middle of nowhere.
Mr. Nikos, here you are. Whenever you want, come and take it and go for a ride, okay?
Don't tease me, man, because one day I might come by and take it.
Okay,
all right?
Sir. I'll be here expecting you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, and good day. Bye. And you know what, you guys? Everybody looks for sailboats or motorboats in on the islands of in Greece. But you know what? I find a muscle car on the island. That's my style. That's my kind of style. But you know what? I sure enjoyed it. Man, everybody's talking about boats and fish, and I'm talking about steak and ale and a Corvette muscle car. So Philippos from Paros, thank you very much. And maybe next year we're gonna go for a cruise. Okay, here we go. Back to the edge. Imagine that you go on vacation and you find a Corvette on the island. Huh, how rare is that? I couldn't believe it. You know, this was a coincidence because last year when I was on vacation in Paros, it was a coincidence that the owner of the hotel and the owner of the beach, the same owner on the same place, Marcello, asked me what I did for a living. And I asked him, I work with old American muscle cars. And he was shocked. And I looked at him and he looked like with a big smile and he tells me, really? I said, yeah, why? And he goes, Nick, I've got a container on the beach that I've never opened it. Very rarely I do. And there's an old car in there and I want to show it to you. I said, you gotta be kidding me. You got an old American car? He goes, yeah. Let me get the keys. Let's take a walk down to the back of the parking lot and let's take a look. And boy, was I surprised. I also wanted to say that these heads were not planed down. I kept them there. We only had it planed for a few thou, just to make sure I have a nice clean surface. And if you look at the CCs, factory CC is 88, and this is only planed for a few thou, and now we have 87 CC on both cylinder heads. Now it's about time I get this car done because I also have a hood to do on it and it's not easy. I'm trying to find a body shop and I haven't found one guy that's gonna help me with it right now. You know, everybody seems to be very busy and I've had it for a while. Anyways, I'll get to it. I'm sure I will. You know, now that we've got the 500 done, it's time for me to get that Roadrunner done. And here we go. There it is. One cylinder head is ready. Factory retainers, new valves, new springs, new locks, new seals. We shimmed it. We got roughly 130 pounds of pressure on the seat, close to around 300 on open pressure with 500 left, and I think they're ready for installation. Musical, yes. Okay, and this is how I get started. Here we go. I got this Permatex Ultra Slick It's a good thick lubricant, which I lubricate the valves. I'll show you guys. Here we go. We put them in like this. Got this one here, and this one here. Like so. We lubricate them. Like so. You know, I've done the same thing on my Kowalski Challenger. This is a copy of my car, exactly. And this is the same thing I'm doing for Theo's Roadrunner. Matter of fact, after this car is done, it's getting shipped to Australia. Sydney, Australia. You know, I used to work in the back alley, and now I'm doing cars that are shipped around the world. And yes, you know, with all these flags in my shop hanging there, it's making me feel like I'm global, which I am. Look, I've got cars for Texas, I've got cars from British Columbia on the far west coast of Canada. Now I've got one from Australia. We also had another car 2 years ago shipped to Australia for another client of mine named John in Australia also. And here's the second car that's going to Australia. We also had somebody from New Zealand come here in Montreal a few years ago, buy a car from Mirabel, and also brought back home to New Zealand. Another viewer on my channel. And as a matter of fact, all these cars that come here, all the viewers from Australia, oops, wrong one. They are all viewers on my channel. Matter of fact, that's how they found me. So there's anything I don't want to do is disappoint anybody. So I want to do the best I can for every job I do. Mike from New York, yes. I had a few cars from New York. I've got an engine right now from Pennsylvania. I've done another Hemi last year for, what's his name? Forgot, for Boston, Massachusetts. Okay. Or Andrew in Oklahoma. That's right. So watch this now. I get my shims. Where's my grease? These are the shims I need. Then I'm going to show you how it's done, you guys. I did all the the reason I'm putting grease here is when I'm trying to install the spring, you don't want the shims falling off. I want them to stay in place. This is the reason I put the grease there for. It's another little trick. Because you know, you put the head on an angle and they fall off with the gravity. Like so. There's two more. It's all good. Now we get these here. Like so. And you guys, you know, if you look, take a good look. The shims only go one way. See what it says here? This side up. Okay? So don't make a mistake. Some shims don't, it doesn't matter. But in these particular ones, yes it does. Well, you know the old umbrella seals that we used to use, they get, you know, it's a piece of rubber. And when they, you know, after age, they dry up, they crack, and then they fall apart, and then the oil goes down the valve guide. And the next thing you know is that when you start the car, first thing in the morning, you see a puff of smoke. That's because in most cases, the valve guides are finished because the seals are gone. Or should I say because the oil goes down the valve guide, sits on top of the piston, then when you start it up in the morning, it shoots oil. But if you look at a Viking seal, it's got a spring, it's got a type of rubber that lasts forever. It's also got a little spring, keeps a little tension on the valve stem, and prevents it and goes for a long way. Okay? And it also conserves, and also less oil consumption on top of that. You know, they're a little bit more expensive, but they're worth every dollar. Okay? So now you can see we got our shims in place. Now let's put our seals. And to install the seals, you don't use an umbrella on this one here. But you can, but what I do is I spiral them on like this. I'll show you. Spiral, so you don't cut the seal. See like that? Then you push it down all the way. And they're press fit on the guide. And the guides were grinded in-house. When I was doing the valve job, I grinded the valve guides, but usually the valve guides are very thick. But we need to bring them down to a diameter of 530, which I did. If you guys measure this, it's 530. So you get a seal, which is a 3/8 for the stem, and 5/8 for the valve guide, which is like so. So I had them cut down to 5/8, and now they fit like a glove. so. You gotta take it easy. You don't want to cut the seal. If you have the rubber umbrella seals like so, you need this. See, you need a guide. Here, let's try it on this one. You put this in place like so. See? It's like a guide, protects the seal. But then again, on the Vitan seals, you don't have to worry about it. Here. So we'll use it just to make everybody happy. Some people say, Nick, you gotta use them. Reality, not really, not in this. But I'll use it because, you know, I'm gonna have some comments telling me, Nick, use the guide since you have it. Okay, we got it, we'll put it on. Like so, see? Then you go to the next one. There we go. And there's one more left. Right here, our last one. And these Vitan seals, they stay on the cylinder head. They do not go up and down with the valve. And there we go. Oh, they were introduced, I don't remember what year they came out. Must have been at least 30 years ago now. They must have them on the market, I'm not sure. But anyways, doesn't matter. We have them now, we're gonna use them. There we go. So I got my springs ready, which are right here. I got my retainers. These are the new 90 valve springs I'm using that came with the camshaft. I got them at the correct spring height so I can get the right pressure, which I achieved. And now, measured it with these locks. Like so. Look, see now why I put grease? You can see that the shims do not fall off. Then you take this, you take your locks, like so, like this. Imagine that, eh? You go to a Greek island to go get some vacation time, and then I still knock on everybody's door looking for muscle cars. That's my nature. What do you want me to tell you? And I just love it. And you know that? That's true that there's American muscle car in every part of the planet. And I'm not joking. Reading all my comments, I see it. The flags tell me something. The comments, the emails I get, tells you that I'm global. And I sure love it. Here we go. You know, there is another type of offspring compressor, which is air controlled, which I'm going to get one soon. But in the meantime, I got this one here. So let me finish it off with this.
And you probably had that one 30 years, right?
Oh, I've had this for quite a few years. Okay, so you got to use some muscle in it, but it doesn't bother me. Here we go. Usually I stay many times at night doing these jobs. And today's my birthday. I had a lot of phone calls this morning. So I'd like it to slow down now, so it gives me a chance to finish off the cylinder heads. You know, since it's my birthday today, I just want to thank everybody who wished me a happy birthday on Instagram, on my YouTube channel, and all my visitors in my shop, my customers. And I just want to thank everybody for wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you very much. It's a bit time consuming, but you know what? Here we go. Because sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Look at that. Here we go. Did I get it? I got it. Good stuff. Here we go. Two more. 16 valves per V8 on this one. I think these tools had it. Yeah, these tools had it. Go. That's done. And there we have it. And by the way, this is the spring. This is the machine I use for measuring spring pressure. You know, it tells how much you compress the spring and how much pressure you got. Let me just find a spring just to show you guys ballpark figure. Here we go. I'll just take any spring. Here, this is a spring for a big block Chevy. Let's take an example. Here. Let's just say, now this machine starts at 2 inches and pretend our installed height is 1.900, which starts at 2 inches. You got to minus 100 thou to equal 1.900, and we'll see what spring pressure we have at that point. Watch this. The down indicator is going to move once it hits 2 inches. So then we go 100 thou down, which is now 1,900, and there's our spring pressure, 110. This is a factory spring from a big block Chevy, factory spring. And then let's say we got a 500 lift. Watch this now. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. If you look at it good, we've got roughly 230 foot-pounds of spring pressure. So as you can tell, this is a used spring. It's no good. We don't need it anymore. I just wanted to show you guys how this machine works. There you have it. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of science involved when it comes to heads. You know, you gotta have the right size valves. You gotta make sure you got the valve guides, valve seals, spring pressure, porting, everything's, you know, all the power's in the cylinders when you do an engine. You know, it's one thing knowing about the compression ratio or getting more compression. Well, what's very important is a good valve job, a good porting job, a nice clean surface, a nice clean chamber, and this is what makes it all right. And there you guys. Thanks for staying tuned here on Nick's Garage. I just wanted to show you guys how fast, how to put the seats in, the springs, the retainers on the cylinder heads, especially on the factory cast iron heads, for this 383 stroker that's going to go on Theo's Roadrunner. And thank you guys for spending time with me here in Nick's Garage. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.